welcome to our backyard garden. Welcome back. My name is Lee, and today I'm doing an Amazon haul. I just bought a few things as far as garden supplies to show you the opportunity that you can get to actually get a better deal on things through Amazon if you order bulk. Now, on one of my last videos, I went to the dollar store and I showed you a few items that they had hanging on the wall. And one of them was little name tags, little sticks to go into your plants so you can, mark everything with a Sharpie so you know exactly what it is that you put in your seedling pot or what you put in the ground so you can keep track on it. And they were 10 pieces for $1. And that may seem like a pretty good deal. Until I went onto Amazon and I saw that I could get 300 of this type of label. 300 of them came to $7.29. The larger one here, which is similar to the type that they had in the dollar store, this count is 200 for $7.69. Both packs come with a permanent marker, and I can't really speak to the quality of the marker and how well it will do against UV exposure and rain and things of that sort. I can't even say how well I think this material will do in the same type of exposure. However, the pieces from the dollar store seem to be from a much more brittle feeling material, and they don't come with a permanent marker. I'm still gonna use a Sharpie for everything, but when you break down the cost of this, it comes to way less than a penny for one piece. Now, if you did this 300 pack, it would be $30. So it makes sense to go ahead and get something like this from Amazon instead if you're doing a big seedling planting this year, or you have a bunch of stuff to go out in the yard. Now, I bought it this way because I'm going to use this skinny guy here in the seedlings that I start in the window and in the greenhouse. And these wider labeled guys, I'll go ahead and put out in the garden for areas where if I'm not really sure, like this year I'm gonna have at least 12 varieties of tomatoes. So even though I have an extensive journal and I write down everything that I plant, where I plant it, I draw pictures. Oh my goodness, what a day. I draw pictures of everything that I'm growing. And I write down the date, what it is, how many I planted. But with this, I can be more specific because I had said before in another video that I do tend to squirrel things away. I'll go out there and dig a little hole and plant my seeds or plant something. And I swear to myself, I'm going to remember what it is. And then I just don't. So I don't know, I'm guilty. So I went ahead and bought a whole load of these things. So now I have 200 packs of the bigger ones. I think that should cover my tomatoes. And this will be for my seedlings that I'm going to do in the windows, and then they'll move out into the greenhouse. So, greenhouse update, you guys. We finally found a good surface bolt lock that we could use to fix the warped door. So now the door is actually closed tight, and we realized it made about 2 degrees difference in temperature. So it's holding about 48 degrees overnight. And in January, I really can't complain about that. So I think we're getting ready to plant some cold weather seedlings out there. So these are definitely going to come in handy very soon. Now, the next thing I bought, these are 5 10-gallon Cavisoo brand fabric pots. And we are going to use these to grow potatoes. Now, these have a cool little opening in the front of the bag where you can open it up. You kind of fold it up on its profile so you can get to whatever is growing. Now, we thought that we would use these 10 bags to grow potatoes in. It's the end of January. Ironically, I have a bag of store-bought potatoes. You don't necessarily have to buy seedlings or starters. They're starting to grow eyes, so instead of throwing them away, I'm going to go ahead and cut them into small pieces so that each piece has a root or an eye, and then I'm going to let it sit out and callus, which just means it's going to get it's going to dry out a little bit and its surface will turn firm. And then I'll go ahead and plant them outside by March. And I'm going to plant them in these bags here. Now this is the first time we're growing with a grow bag, but my neighbor, she went ahead and put potatoes in these bags, and she just kind of forgot about them. And one day, her dad came over for a visit and went digging in there, and he's like, look, there's potatoes. And she said they pulled out the most beautiful potatoes that they had ever had. Oh, gosh, I could hope you could hear me through all of that rattling. So the material of this is, it feels like a pretty decent thick material. That I think will hold on through the elements. It's like a felt material. I'm gonna have to go ahead and get scissors. And I didn't think that it was gonna be that difficult. But anyway, if you guys are looking for bags, sorry about that. I talk about something being child-proof. It was adult-proof. Oh my goodness. So these bags are 10 gallons each. And there are 5 grow bags in each package, 10 gallons a piece. They do have little handles, as you can see here. And on the front, this is the pouch that I was telling you about. It's adult proofed. Oh my goodness. And it's just got some Velcro on here to keep it nice and tight. So while you're growing, you just have to open that up, and you can stick your hand into here to get into the potatoes as they grow, so that you're not digging down and trying to get to the bottom. You can just go into this little hole here, and then you can just seal it back over. And I'll tell you, this is tough Velcro. This is the first time opening the bag, so this is the first time actually seeing it. I don't think this is going to decompose right away. I think this bag looks like it's going to do its thing. And you can really grow anything in here. And the good news is you can move it around if it's not working where you put it. You get your husband or one of the kids or a friend, and if it's heavy, full of soil, you can each grab a handle and move it around if it's too much, if you have a bad back. And, you could grow carrots or potatoes or really anything in here, and it's portable, so I like that. So I'm glad that we have these bags. At the time, they were $19.99 for the package of 5 bags. Now, with Amazon, the prices change. Sometimes if it's your first order, you get an extra discount. On this order, we were able to get free Amazon Prime, because it was a first order for me under my name. So we were able to take advantage, and we had Prime TV with it, and we were able to watch a bunch of shows, and it was really nice to have that. So they're the things to look out for if you have not ordered from Amazon yet. So now the next thing I'm going to show you is probably not going to make any sense, but hold on, I actually have to open up the box to bring this out and give you a better explanation of what it is. So the next item that I'm going to take out here, I'm quite shocked because you really can't tell from this little box here that this is actually a 4 foot by 2 foot by 1 foot galvanized metal vegetable bed. Now, it is a little bit heavy, it's not back-breaking, but it comes in these little sections, and you can see how there's multiple pieces wrapped up in here. And I think that I have several stacks in this box, and there's also a pack of nuts and bolts taped down to the inside of it. And this is called the Land Guard Galvanized Raised Garden Bed Kit. Now, we bought a total of 4 of these, and again, it's 4 feet long by 2 feet wide by 1 foot high. Now, they do come in different colors. and they were running a special at the time that we bought it. So we figured, you know, for the price that we paid, it made sense to have something that was not going to break down. Now we have numerous wooden raised beds out there made from railroad ties and timbers that are pressure treated, but they're just not living very long. I don't know if we have an insect infestation in them. Another one, it looks like the chipmunks are doing some damage. Even the cicada killing wasp get in there and they do things to the wood. So I've about had it. I mean, it cost us, you know, a good bit of money. Our one bed is full of dirt and it's over 4 feet high. The timbers all broke down. So we said this time we're going to go ahead and we're going to start investing in more sustainable products so that we can maintain the soil that we're about to invest in. We're going to have a huge load of soil delivered this year, probably 10 cubic yards. And I don't even want to think about that day. We're going to be dirty all day long. But we have plenty of beds to fill it up with, and all of these new beds that we'll be building from these little tiny kits will be a trial. So we're going to see how well they go together and how well they're going to hold up. So I just started rooting around in the box, and you know, for a minute I thought they sent me the wrong thing, but if you look at the way these panels are shaped, they send you one pre-wrapped package that has 4 of these flat panels. And I thought, well, there's all these curved pieces. There's like 6 or 8 of these curved pieces. I think they sent me the wrong thing, but I didn't realize that they were accommodating the curve of the bed with more of the rounded panels, and then everything gets screwed together. So I'm going to go ahead and give you an idea of where we're going to place these beds. Well, the rain just stopped here. It was coming down pretty good. It's actually very chilly here. It's feeling more like January. So I'm kind of embracing the cold, and I'm excited that it's coming on spring, but quite honestly, guys, I have been so grateful for this break to rest. But anyway, I want you to focus in on this area right here in front of us, which right now is all pea gravel, which we're using as just silage because it was all lawn. And that area is much bigger than it looks. It's like almost 20 feet long by, I think, 10 or 12 feet deep. So we're going to place the 4 new garden beds that I just showed you, the galvanized raised beds, are going to go in that area. And they are going to be a part of our little cottage garden that's out there that you've seen in many videos. So this big structure here is our parrot aviary. But yeah, so this area here gets plenty of sun, and I can plant tomatoes out there or whatever it is that I choose. So lots of opportunity for these raised beds. So this galvanized raised bed kit that I showed you, we did, like I said, we got 4 of them, and they come in different prices for different sizes. And they have color options, and there's a lot of opportunity for you to get different shapes, and they're by Land Guard. And we'll go ahead and we will put everything in the description below. I think that the one, when you bought it as a package of 1, it was $37 at the time, and a package of 2 was $85.29. But again, the prices change on Amazon depending on if you have Prime and if they're running a deal. And sometimes you can buy, your first one will be a lower price, and then if you buy another order, the price could go up. So, you know, just be careful with that. There are also different manufacturers that you can look at with this type of thing. But I think it's a good investment, especially, you know, because it's not overly deep. This one here in particular at just 1 foot high. They have some that are much taller, much bigger, really lots of options and lots of shapes. So I would highly recommend that you look at them. Now, tomorrow I'm going to Costco. Yay. I mean, Costco. I love going to Costco. And now that everything's coming out so much earlier, I'm just so excited to go to Costco every week because you just never know what you're going to find. And I am hoping that just like they have Halloween stuff out in July and by September they're fully stocked for Christmas. I know it's only January, but every week I go and I hope that they're going to look at us gardeners and realize that gardening season is Christmas. So, you know, hopefully they'll have out a bunch of gardening supplies at this point. And I know that last week when I went, they were starting to pull out some things like the Fiskars loppers, and they had a few other items out. And I tried to not look too closely because I knew that they didn't have things that I needed yet, but I have a feeling this week there's going to be more stuff out. So I think tomorrow I'm going to take you shopping with me and we're going to see what's out at Costco and what kind of deals they have. So, you know, again, keep your options open for, you know, what kind of deals could be out there. And if you're a new gardener, I'm seeing this a lot in the different forums that I'm on Facebook. And, you know, people either don't know where to start, they don't know what to, you know, plant their seedlings in. You know, I just did 3 big seed hauls, and I want you to remember that you don't all have to grow your gardens from seeds. It's fine to go ahead and go to the farm stands or to Lowe's or Home Depot and buy a started plant. It's probably actually a better thing for, you know, for some young gardeners who are just beginning, because it'll give you the opportunity to see what something looks like, what it's supposed to do, and you're not investing in all of the soil and all of that. So all of these things that I'm showing you and that other gardeners are showing you is because we want you to know that there's options out there. Options to buy seeds, options to buy supplies. You don't have to get everything from Lowe's or Home Depot or a more expensive gardening store. Don't forget about Tractor Supply. They often run good deals. You can find great things at Walmart. Just try to have an idea of what your materials are if you're going to buy things like I showed you with grow bags, or with these galvanized beds, or, you know, like I said, even these plastic things. There's different levels of plastic that different people manufacture, and you know, something like this, they can afford to put this many things in a package. With the dollar store, you're stuck in the notion that you're only spending $1. But again, you're only getting 10 pieces, whereas for $7 here, you're getting several hundred. So, you know, keep your options open, guys. Tomorrow we'll go shopping at Costco and we'll see what they have there. So if you've been enjoying this content and you've stayed with me this long, I certainly hope that you will consider subscribing to our channel. It really helps us get into the algorithm with YouTube. And if you're interested in some of the new hauls that I'll have coming up, please don't forget to hit the notification bell. So I hope you liked my little Amazon haul this time, and I'll see you in the next video.